Hello, everybody. I'm here. Um, we're starting. I have my coffee. Yeah, I think we're on a 10-second delay right now. So, let me know if you can hear me, if you can hear the music, and how's your day going? I think I'm kind of quiet, yeah? So maybe that's a little better. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm trying to watch myself at the same time and listening to myself while I'm talking. So that's kind of fucked up. I just need 10 seconds. Just give me 10 seconds so I can hear myself. Again, so I'm being quiet because I'm watching myself and I'm getting distracted by the fact that I'm watching myself. Anyways, all right, we're just gonna close that shit right now. Just close it out, man. We're done. We're done. It's fine. It's fine. Oh Jesus, how's everybody doing? It keeps giving me an error, so if it starts, lagging out or some shit, just let me know. Yeah. So, hi Eva, how's it going? Nice to see you. Yeah. So we're just gonna be sitting here and we're gonna talk shit for a bit. About the differences between my two books, mostly just so I can record this, have it chunked down, and throw it up on my channel later, so I can refer to it. But yeah, so there is actually, we can just get right into it. Actually, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. So yeah, Shadow Shiver Silence is released, the digital book, which is pretty fucking cool. The print version is going to be available on the 30th, and that's just because of what we're going to be talking about here, and that's the differences between the two, because there is some massive differences between the ebook and the printed version. So yeah, we're just going to kind of go between those two and discuss that, and then we're gonna dive into some Reddit stories after. Yeah. So the biggest version, which is the one right now, is the ebook, which is this one over here. The main thing you'll notice there between the two is the table of contents, just because the printed one actually has the page numbers there, and the fonts are completely different. It's one of those things that I learned while I was doing this being my first book here. The format and fonts that I wanted to use were not accepted for the ebook thing, so I literally had to create an entire new version just for this, and it was a pain in the ass. I had to do it a lot last minute, so there might be some updated versions of the ebook coming out as I figure out KDP and how all of that shit works. It's a pain in the ass, man. But yeah, so even diving into the threshold here, there's the massive difference between the two, just in the visual presentation of it. With the ebook, I wasn't able to overlay the text onto the photo without making it one solid image, and I wanted the bookmarking system to be able to find the title of the short story here, of the prose, and so that's kind of all the way through. There is one of those things. Oh, it was so annoying, Eva. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I think I haven't tried the Kindle Publish yet, the software that comes with it. I've read some things about it, and it seems to be kind of a pain in the ass. But definitely learning about the formatting prior and how to do it. Knowing this, I think any book I'm doing past this point will have the two different versions, just because I prefer to have a little more control over the design and layout of everything. It's it just looks better all the way through, the different fonts and everything. I mean, it just looks so good. So that is why there is two different versions of my book, and you'll be able to get the printed version here in 2 days. Yeah, I know, it's a pain in the ass. Who would have saw that coming? And even that, like, it was giving me options for things that I didn't know how to do. Like, it's like, do you want to set this up? It's like, well, you didn't give me that option or tell me how to do it, so no, I don't want to do that. But yeah, no, I absolutely love this book. I think it's fantastic. There's a lot of things in here from the past 10 years of my life that I've kind of put together and, went through, created it into its own prose, because a lot of these were like ideas for much bigger stories that I ended up condensing down into a short form thing for a collection, and it worked out really good. I think Lucy is an amazing prose, just because this one was actually created for this collection. Lucy is a character that I have a massive world built around already that is going to continue to pop up in various things that I do, just because I love the character so much. As you get to know Lucy, you will see why I love them so much. It's just, it's so good. But yeah, no, this everything about this, and the interludes that I added in, they're kind of like the difference between splitting up the various collections of stories. Like at the very start there, you have there, we'll just go right to the table of contents there. So you got your foreword, welcome home, threshold fire, with Adrian meant Lissa. Lucy is kind of all individual poems and prose there that kind of are standalone. And then after interlude 1, you kind of go into a prose collection. So Simple Eye, A Bridge Over the Open Sea, Echoes of If Only, Descent, and The New are kind of one story told in 5 different parts. And that one, that's a heartbreaker, man. I don't know, that one, not really horror based, more just emotional turmoil. That one was rough to write. Interlude 2, another fantastic one. I absolutely love that one. And then my notes and narrative collection were actually ones I originally did on Medium there. I have probably about 10 of them. I only put 3 in this one, but they're just kind of individual letters and things from one character to another character about a specific moment in their life, and that was great, and that was awesome. And then interlude 3, and then a note for me, because then we get into the single post horror stories, and that's my bread. Oh god, I love the single post horror stories. From the moment I started writing those ones, they were just so much fun. The initial concept was, can I tell a single scene, a story, within 500 characters for threads? That's it. And most of them usually end up starting at like about 1,500 characters, and then I have to pick and choose exactly what I'm going to say to get the right emotion and meaning through in a very condensed format. And through the first one, which Eva and everyone around Threads around that time knows, I kind of found out halfway through the first season there that I was telling one story, and I didn't know it at the time. I thought I was just doing individual stories with individual characters, and then suddenly it's like, oh, this is actually kind of telling one whole story. And so that's what I did for the rest of that one, and capped that off. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna do it again. I want to do it again. So I did season 2, but that one was a little different because I knew going in I wanted to do a 13-part story. So there was a specific beginning, middle, and end through it. And yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And Silence is something nobody has read until the book, because I wrote it specifically for the book. And I enjoyed that one. It was different. It was a different thing for me to do. And yeah, I don't know. I loved it. And then closing it off with Curtain Call, because, you know, you welcome home and then you get a curtain call. And it's 22 things, poems, prose, short stories, whatever you want to call it. And it's my brain in a book, and I very much enjoyed putting it together. And now it's out into the world. Yeah, the roller coasters of emotions, Eva, are just especially in that one. That 5, starting with Simple Lie, is just, oh, fuck, it's heartbreaking. It was so good. But yeah, no, I mean, you can see here kind of what the book is about, and what it looks like, and that's about it. I mean, I don't know. If anybody ever has any questions about the book or wants to know more about it, feel free to hit me up on Threads or Instagram or whatever, you know. And I'm pretty much always around, so it's kind of one of those things that I don't mind talking about. And yeah, so that's the book, and I'm very happy with it. And I love the cover. It's still my favorite cover I think I've ever designed. I went through a couple different versions of that cover. Some with like the really big bold type font, and I showed a couple people, and actually Tessa was like, "No, I hate it." I was like, "Oh, yeah, all right, we'll try something different." So I tried something different, and it ended up working out. There we go. So it looks like it's just you and me, Eva, hanging out here. And now, can I change the settings of the thing? How do I do that? I'm just going to pull this over here for a second. Yeah, no, it did. I mean, for the most part, most of those were done and ready to go. Most of the short stories there, like a couple needed to be kind of tweaked and put together, and the interludes I created specifically for the book, those ones were done for this. But no, it came together pretty good. Thankfully, I have a lot of stuff ready to go. That just kind of just needs to be tightened up and fixed up for whatever purpose. I mean, I even after the fact, I was looking through some of my other stuff, and it's like, oh shit, I still have like 50 other things I could have added into the book. And it was like, I was just so tired at that point. I was like, no more. I'm done putting more in. So I have a couple ideas for other short little collection things that I can add together now that I kind of know the process and what I want to do. Yeah, putting more together. And I mean, like, especially with a lot of these things, like Lucy especially, that's kind of a reoccurring character that's going to pop up in a lot of things until I have the financial means to actually make the film about Lucy that I want to do. But you know, in the meantime, I could build the lore out, because man, it's just so much lore with Lucy. It's absolutely insane. Oh yeah, no, I have more than enough for a second collection. I easily, like, at least ready to go, I found about another 12 pieces ready to go, and then at least another 20 that I could actually rearrange, condense, or expand on to make another thing. So yeah, no, I could definitely do another collection in a couple months, but you know, we'll we'll let this one sit for a bit. I'm not rushing to get out a whole lot of them all right away, so I've got other things I want to do, and the book kind of took up an entire month of my life getting that together and ready to go. So you know, just one of those things. We are gonna start with some Am I the Asshole? So normally I'd actually have somebody else here. I think it'd be good to read this with somebody to kind of gauge their opinion, but for now we can just kind of read through it, and whoever happens to be here, we can talk about it. I don't think, wait, did I figure out how to do it? Hold on. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I really don't. You know, this is the problem with kind of diving in with both feet and not really paying attention or reading anything because of ADHD. Wait, maybe if we jump right to YouTube. Hold on. We can do this. Jump right over to YouTube, and then maybe I can change the stream as we're doing it. I just want to learn how to update the titles, you know, like that's it. That's all I want to do. Live. Okay. Edit title and descriptions. Reddit stories. There we go. Yeah. No, you know what? That's fine. I mean, really, what's the point in doing the fun way, or doing the good way? I don't know. Either way, I have ADHD. I don't have time for reading. All right, we're going to see if this one works. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so good. There we go. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start with, am I the asshole for laughing in my cousin's face when she tried to stage an intervention for my drug use? Already, I dig the title. I think that's a fantastic title. All right, so I, a 27-year-old male, have a condition which causes me to overproduce earwax. I don't tell people about it because I was bullied for it growing up. Only my wife and parents know. Every other day, I have to put medication in my ear, let it sit, and flush it out with a rubber-tipped syringe. This prevents ear infections, vertigo, permanent hearing loss, and worsening of my tinnitus. I have dealt with all of these things to some extent, so I stay on top of my eardrop regimen. If my alarm goes off when I'm with others, I go to the bathroom for 20 minutes and knock it out. If I don't follow my schedule, I forget, so I can't put it off. You know, again, with the ADHD, I totally get that shit. 2 weeks ago, my mom hosted family dinner. My cousin, Kara, 37 female, saw me waltz off to the bathroom to do my thing, syringe in hand, and asked, oh, you distracted me, Eva. You totally messed me up. All right, where was I? And asked where I was going. I said just a minor medical thing. She kept pushing, but I didn't say anything because she gossips. I told her it's personal and scooted past. When I left, she was standing in the hallway. She asked what took so long and why the toilet didn't flush. I said, none of her business. She said she didn't mean to offend. Last week, my friends called me to invite me out to lunch with some buddies. He said to meet up at his house so we wouldn't have to drive separately. I arrived at his house to find Kara and my friends sitting solemnly on the couch. Kara said they were here to talk about my problem and that they just wanted to help. I said, there is no problem. Suddenly it clicked in my head what this was about. I couldn't help but laugh a little out of shock. She asked what was so funny, and I said, first of all, why didn't you talk to my wife or my parents? She said she didn't want to involve my enablers, which just made me laugh harder. She looked annoyed and said she was done trying to help. I said, that's all right by me, and she stormed out. I explained to my friends. They knew I had a condition but never pressed me on it. I guess when Kara approached them, they thought I was lying. Obviously, I'd rather they know than worry about me being an addict when I'm not. I thank them for their support anyways. Kara has apparently reached all of my friends. Kara had apparently reached all of my friends through my social media. We all got a good hearty laugh out of it, which Kara must have heard because she was, of course, eavesdropping. She burst back in and told me to tell them the truth, to which I said I did. My friend kicked her out. We went for lunch and I thought that was that. My mom called me yesterday and told me she had talked to Kara about the whole thing and explained. She said Kara was very upset with me and essentially called me an asshole for not explaining and laughing in her face and embarrassing her. I said I was embarrassed and that Kara had no right to my info. I think she shouldn't go around snooping and making assumptions. My mom still thinks I should apologize. ETA, she didn't see my alarm go off, just ran into me on her way to the kitchen. My alarm isn't for dinner time, it's for 9:15 p.m. I do it at home most of the time. Edit, broke up the wall of text. Sorry about that. Oh, I couldn't even imagine if that was one just solid. Oh god, that would suck. No, I mean, all in all, that's okay. Kind of an asshole. Like we'll check out the comments here in a bit, but I mean, definitely not the asshole at all. But laughing in her face and all that is kind of like, dude. I mean, no. I would probably do the same. I probably would. Man, hosting a drug intervention for a one-time thing. Oh, totally jumping to some wild conclusions. Like legit, there is no reason to expect a massive drug thing for a one-time thing, because it doesn't say that, you know, every time they're together this happens. It's just literally this one time, and then they started. Yeah, no, definitely not the asshole, man. No, I think Kara kind of deserved it. Let's see what we got for some of the comments there. Not the asshole. She owes you a major apology, as her spreading untrue information about a possible drug addiction could cause you to be harmed. What if somebody shared this information with your employer? Depending on your profession and your employer, you could have been suspended or lost your job. That's actually a very valid point, especially when it comes to people like Kara here, the ones who kind of expand on what the situation is. That could definitely, I mean, we've all read stories like that with that shit happening. So yeah, no, that's a very valid point. I do agree with that. Wow, oof, man, lots of replies on that one thread. Your mother also owes you an apology. Obviously, you didn't want her to know about your medical condition, but your mom felt it was okay to tell her. No. I think the mom's in the right, because this happened after the event with Kara. Suppose that depends on where you're at. And mom was just rectifying the situation. I mean, if it was somebody else, sure, mom shouldn't be going around talking that shit. But I think in order to straighten this situation out, it makes sense for mom to say it, because Kara was obviously very pissed off about the other thing there. Oh, this is a long one. What the hell? Oh no, I'm not reading that. Yeah, the mom thing, the mom wanting to apologize, I think that is more just mom wanting to be the peacemaker of it all. Just like, hey, this is kind of what's happening. You should apologize. You may not be in the wrong, but you should apologize just to clear the air, because it's a wild assumption, but I'm guessing Kara here is the type that will hold on to a grudge and make it all your fault on why she's mad. So I kind of get the mom's point of view on that one. Not the asshole, rather obviously. I'll refrain from waxing poetic. I think they should wax poetic. I love that. But you have every right to be irritated about someone prying into a medical condition that you prefer to keep private. Especially, like, it blows my mind that she went and did this as a first time intervention thing. Like, one time, going to the bathroom for 20 minutes, mind your own business, like, stay out of my shit, and suddenly it's a massive drug addiction that they need to get the friends involved, which she then tracked down through social media. Like, yeah, no, that's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, definitely not. No, yeah. Family picnics and all that with that is, rather... Yeesh. All right. So, what was kind of toned up? Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, yeah, I see what that's. All right. So, yeah, no, I think that was definitely not the asshole. So, let's see here. This post has contest mode enabled. Am I the asshole for lying about going to the gym to my husband? My husband, 29 male, and I, 29 female, have been together for about 4 years now. Since the start of our relationship, I was average size, 5'2" and 120 pounds. As our relationship continued, especially after our marriage, I gained a lot more weight. Now I'm 152 pounds. 2 months ago, my husband pointed out that I've let myself go and that he's been struggling to find me attractive after weight gain. Fuck you, buddy. I was initially very depressed about this, and it caused it to stop. To stop talking to him for a few days, and it caused me to stop talking to him for a few days. I've never felt highly self-conscious about my weight, but I've definitely been aware of how much I've gained since we've met. And noticing how little intimacy we've had in the last few months really upset me, as it was my fault. So I wanted to lose weight as quickly as possible. I talked to my doctor and was able to get a prescription for a medication similar to Ozempic. Since then, I've dropped 15 pounds. I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't want to exercise or give up eating my favorite food, so I opted out to do it the easy way. So I told him I've been going to the gym when actually I just leave the house for an hour every day to have some time to myself. He hasn't noticed, and he has been more affectionate and intimate than he has in months. I told my closest friends about this, and she said it was cruel that I was lying to my husband. I don't think my lie is necessarily all that bad, and at the end of the day, all he wants is for me to lose weight. But I want a second opinion. Is it wrong for me to be lying about how I'm losing weight to my husband? Fuck this guy. Flat out. Fuck this guy. Yeah, just right off the bat, this entire thing is complete bullshit. The fact that he even said that to begin with bothers me more than anything. Yeah, that's completely self-absorbed and obnoxious and rude. He is flat out the asshole above anything else that happens here, regardless. It's so much to unpack, Eva. Oh my god. Yeah, no, like, sure, if it was something that she wanted to do, and let's roll it right back to the beginning here. So, it happens quite a lot that when you get into a relationship and into a comfortable relationship, you gain weight. Like, it's something that comes along with it being in a happy relationship. I know I've gained a lot of weight in past relationships. It's just a thing that happens. But for him to point out that she let herself go is absolutely frustrating beyond all measure. That there's no reason for him to ever say that. beyond anything else, I can't get over that one because fuck the guy, fuck him, right there. You're instilling a complex into someone, and that alone is it's negative reinforcement. Like, you're just, oh, so bad. But moving past that, so she goes, talks to her doctor, gets a prescription medication, and it's been helping. So hey, awesome. She doesn't want to do the working out and all of that stuff, you know. Sure, we get that. I think if it works, it works. I mean, depending on the body type there, it might not require a lot of working out. It could just be needing to drop all that, which is perfectly fine. Now, then we go on to the reason why we're here. Is she an asshole for lying to him about going to the gym? No. I mean, what... she says right there, an hour to herself every day. Like, that in itself is kind of a flag. Like, why are you saying you need just that time to yourself? Like, is there a specific reason for it? I don't know. Again, reaching. But it really depends on that type of conversation and how he's replying to it. Like, is he saying, oh, you're going to the gym, right? Like, or is he just like, oh, what have you been doing? And then she says, like, there's nuances with that one. So, but regardless, no, I don't think she's an asshole. She's clearly, insecure about this entire thing. So the fact that she's considering the pill the easy way, completely evil. Yeah, no, the idea of being the easy way is ludicrous in itself. And then, she's feeling shame for doing something because it's not working out. Like, I don't know. I think there's more to this situation. Let's see what we can find in the comments here. I think you're the asshole because it's such a pointless lie that I have to believe you are willing to lie about a great deal more. Why are you concerned? Okay. Yeah, no, right there. The perfect tag. Asshole aficionado. Fuck you. Oh my god. Oh, these comments are absolutely atrocious. No. There we go. Here we go. Is no one else here going to say how fucked the husband is for outright telling her he's struggling to find her attractive? No wonder she struggles with motivation to healthily lose weight. Tell him, but also explain to some extent that you were hurt by his words and wanted to be attractive ASAP. No, just leave the fucking guy. Holy shit. Wonder if the husband even noticed that she lost 15 pounds. Yeah, she did mention, he hasn't noticed her being gone, but he has been more affectionate and intimate than he has been in months. So he has noticed. Yeah, these comments are just absolutely like, fuck these people. Oh my god. Blah, blah. Yeah, no. There we go. Not the asshole. Your husband sucks for pressuring you to lose weight just to suit his own tastes. Lying about what you're up to isn't good, but I can at least see why you feel pressured to do it. That being said, using medication and no lifestyle modifications to lose weight isn't sustainable. Blah, 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 blah. He's the asshole for making you feel self-conscious. There are better ways to get around weight loss. Like, hey, let's go for a walk together. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, see, I think the issue is there's more to this relationship than what's being led on. Just because there's seemed to be a lot of subtext in what she was saying and how she was saying it. So, without an update, I hope everything worked out. Yeah, that's kind of That sucks, man. Don't pressure your partner into doing shit. Just don't. There's so many better ways to have these types of discussions. It's not a healthy relationship to say shit like that, to treat somebody like that. Like literally, you're bullying them. Don't be nice to people, man. Be nice. All right, moving on. We have here. Am I the asshole for only paying for my stepson's bill at a family dinner? Interesting. Considered not the asshole? Let's find out. I, a 31-year-old female, have been married to my husband, 35-year-old male, for 2 years. My stepson, who is 16, and I were invited to a family dinner by my relatives. My husband couldn't join us due to a work commitment. I make a good salary and sometimes cover my nephew and other family members' meals at these dinners as a gesture of goodwill. However, this time I decided to pay only for my stepson and my own meal. Total came to $250. We had plans to go shopping and have a special outing just for the two of us later in that month, so I wanted to manage our expenses more carefully. After the dinner, my sister-in-law, my nephew's mom, complained. She accused me of favoring my stepson over my own family and said I spoil him too much. She was really upset and claimed that my actions showed I cared more about my stepson than my own flesh and blood. Her comments really pissed me off. I argued back saying that they invited us to dinner and expected me to cover everyone's meal, which didn't seem fair. I explained that my stepson and I have our own plans and budget, and it was unreasonable to expect me to pay for everyone else. To make matters worse, some family members had to borrow money from others just to cover their share because they felt entitled to have me pay for their entire bill. The family is now split. Some are on my side, agreeing that I was justified given the situation, while others think I should have paid for everyone and discussed it afterwards. Many are shocked by the amount and said that it wouldn't have paid the bill either, and said they wouldn't have paid the bill either. They argued that it would have been more considerate to cover the entire bill at the time, given that we were all together. Am I the asshole for paying for my stepson and my own meal at family dinner? Fuck no. Holy shit. What kind of entitled assholes are these? Wow. That's insane. So the total for just the two of them came to $250, right? So, okay, who was at this dinner here? Let's figure this out. Oh God, why is no phone? Stop, leave me alone. Okay, but who else was there? We have sister-in-law, nephew, and other family. It's not saying how many people were here. Does it? No, I'm not seeing it. Okay, regardless, even if it was like 4 other people, right? Because we got nephews, moms, and all that. We'll say 4 people. That's like over $1,000 for this meal. What the fuck? That's absolutely insane. Yeah, no. The fact that the family felt entitled enough to just assume that she was going to be paying for the entire meal, so they invited her out to this place that charges this much and then expected her to pay, to the point that they had to borrow money from others just to cover their share because they expected her to cover. That's absolutely entitled up the like, no, under no circumstance should you ever feel entitled for somebody else to pay for your meal unless they say, hey, I got this, don't worry about it. If you don't have the money to go out to cover your own bill, don't go out. Flat out. You don't have the cash, you don't go out. You say, hey, I would love to, I don't have the cash right now, I'm sorry. And then if they say, hey, no worries, you come along anyways, I'll cover you, that's an entirely different story. Entirely different. But for you to just go and assume, it just, that's exactly it. They only invited her so they can get a free meal. And that's absolutely fucking atrocious, man. Jesus. Oh. All right, let's see here. What do we got for the comments? Please be some good ones. It is absolutely vile that your family to invite you to somewhere that 2 meals added up to $250 and they expected you to cover everyone's bill. Are you really supposed to just drop $1,000 for dinner? I think we just said that shit. Just as vile as your family insinuating that your stepson isn't your family. Oh god, we didn't even get into that one. Holy shit. Who cares if he's not related by blood? Don't make fun of the Canadian accent. You choose to have him in your immediate family, and to me, that's even more meaningful. Completely. Oh my god. Yeah, like, completely skimmed over that because this family's just assholes. Stepson is family, regardless. It's not real family or not. It's pure. There is no difference in my mind. This is a child in your care, in your house. They may not call you mom or dad. They may not, do all of this, but they are still part of the family, flat out, especially if you're married. To consider them not part of the family is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's just, that pisses me off more than anything. This entire thing pisses me off, man. Fuck these people. Fuck them. Let's see here. Blood is a good blood. Okay, we got some pedantic things happening. Come on. Plus, the sister-in-law isn't blood, but she gets upset about it. What a bunch of entitled assholes. They are just inviting Opie to a place when they want to feel like having a free meal. I think... Thankfully, these commenters seem to understand what's actually happening with this one and are not assholes, which is nice to see. It made me smile when she mentioned her plans with her stepson. We don't see enough loving steps on Reddit. That I 100% agree with. I think that is something that needs to happen more, where it doesn't need to require the parent of the stepchild to be there, to just be like, hey, let's go and do a thing. As a 16-year-old boy hanging with his stepmom, like that's fucking awesome. I love that. That's good woman, good kid, bad family, flat out. That's just bad family. All right. We got 2 more here. Oh god, this is a long one. We got 2 more here, and then I think we're gonna wrap it up for the day. All right. Am I the asshole for not helping my friend in a foreign country when I was the host and responsible for their well-being? This is going to be interesting. I invited my colleagues' friends to come to my country and to visit and tour my home city. We had a blast. An unwritten rule in my country, potentially exposing myself here to those who know, is that if you saw an old person, anyone really, but especially old people, on the street that fell, you should never ever attempt to help. This is cemented by a historical case where a poor guy helped a random old lady up off the street, who turned around and accused the guy and demanded compensation. The courts ruled in the old lady's favor because why would you help her if you did not push her? All right, I get that. I can see that. We were on the streets when, and you guessed it, we saw an old man on the ground. I quickly tried herding my friends away, but some of them wanted to go help, especially because they saw passerbys walking like the old man is invisible. I explained to them the story and how, as their host, I am responsible for their well-being, and most got it. But one of my friends was still grumbling about how heartless I was. I thought I managed to get the group going, but she ran back when I was not watching and decided to help the old man. And what everyone expected to happen, happened. Oh no. It was a hassle. The old man claimed all sorts of made-up injuries and asked for about $1,400 USD. We had to call the police, who suggested we just pay the old man because he is old, or we might need to open a case and that the old man will need to go to the hospital to do a checkup, which might get us a larger fee since he seemed the type that knows the doctor. They seemed keen on not opening a case even though it had very much reached the monetary limit for one, making it very clear to my friend how much trouble it would cause her if they did. In the end, my friend caved to pressure and agreed to pay up. Here's where I may be the asshole. She asked if we could all help with the money, especially me. She is not rich at all, doesn't want to be penniless in a foreign country, is not familiar with the payment systems, while I am the host and responsible for her. I refused, for myself and low-key for everyone else, when I said, I am not responsible for your well-being. I am responsible for your well-being, but not your stupidity. That's a great tagline. I like that one. In the end, the old man took us to an ATM and she paid by herself, and there was barely any money left in her account. I figured it should be fine because we were staying at my house, so she was getting free breakfast and dinner, and she bought her return ticket before. Many of the activities we planned, like visiting malls or parks, are free, but she stayed holed up in my room for the rest of the trip and refused to talk to any of us, only cryptically posting on her Insta. They are all back home now. The rest of my friends think it's not my fault, but her parents recently texted me to tell me how bad of a host I was. So am I the asshole? Should I have helped her pay? Edit. To all those that are curious, here's the original case, and then it links off. It says he admits to pushing the woman, but in general, I think most people here knows that there are a lot of ways for people to be made to admit, especially when the authorities think it's a matter of saving face or doing the public good. While I do very much like my culture, I think we have objectively the best food in the world. We also have a lot going on and a lot to improve. If you are a foreigner, I'd say come visit. Mostly stay in the big cities and tourist spots. Enjoy yourself, but do be careful. There is a general sense of pressure and malaise right now, and people are less tolerant than before. Those are like some serious like yellow flags happening. I don't know. Wow, that's quite a story. I mean, no, definitely not the asshole. I mean, just right off the bat, like if you are specifically warned not to do something, and your entitled ass decides that no, you are gonna go do it anyways, that's all on you, dude. That's all on you. You should not, like, specifically in another country, when a person from that country tells you not to do something, you don't do it. Just don't. Like, you know, you're driving in the car along the mountains here. You see a bear just off the side of the road. Everyone stopped to take photos because everyone loves bears. And you're like, hey, I should go and high five that bear. And I say to you, don't you fucking go out there and high five that bear. But you do it anyways. That's on you. That's not on me. I'm not going to be held responsible for your dumb ass going and high fiving a bear. That's all I'm saying. That was such a fantastic line. I am responsible for your well-being, but not your stupidity. I want that on a shirt. I really think I need to put that on a shirt. Yeah, no, definitely not the asshole. 1,400 USD. That's fucking insane. And the cops are like, yeah, just pay him. Just pay him, it's fine. I don't want to deal with this shit. Here we go. This is bizarre to me. Seems like some surveillance cameras on the streets would go a long way towards preventing these frivolous cases. You're basically discouraged from being helpful to the elderly. Anyways, you gave her the information to prevent this happening, and she wouldn't let it happen anyway. You are in no way responsible. It sounds like this is a tourist trap. Unsuspecting foreigners think they are being nice. Wham, lawsuit. Yeah, pretty much. All a person has to do is lie down on the ground in public. You're right, she was stupid. God bless her head. God bless her good heart, but her head was not up to speed on this one, not the asshole. Let's see here, what country? I have some guesses, but I don't want to say because I don't want to be... let's see here. seeing China. No. It's China. A lot of people are saying this is China. It's China, where you're told that if you hit someone with your car, run over them again, because if they are dead, it costs less money than paying for their medical bills for life. Huh. You know, that actually reminds me, when I was in grade 9, we did a school trip to England. It was amazing. I loved it. We were there for like 10 days. We had like Netherlands, England, France, and we were specifically told beforehand, before we left, that cars don't slow down for you there. There's no right of way of pedestrians. Like here in Canada, pedestrians have right of way, for the most part, depending on the road. But it's like you just gotta go. You just gotta go. And we did, and the cars did not slow down. Like, holy shit, we were trying to cross 4 lanes of traffic, man. We had to book it. It was intense. Yeah, so there we go. That was that was a fantastic story, where the title itself was misleading, because I was expecting something completely different. So that worked out great. I like that. Not the ass. Man, some good stories today. Good stories. All right, and our final story for the day. Am I the asshole for telling my sister she'd make an awful mother? Oh, this is a good title. All right. Oh, sorry. I, a 16-year-old female, live with my sister, 20 female. I currently have mono and strep and am still recovering. It's painful for me to stand for too long, and I get nauseous easily. Usually, it's me and my mom who take care of our dog. But my mom had work this past Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and I am sick. So my sister promised to take care of the dog. Well, my sister got home Friday morning from spending the night at her boyfriend's and immediately started smoking weed. Then she took a nap for a while. I wasn't really paying attention due to me also napping, but I am sick. I woke up at 6 p.m. to find that my sister had not even taken the dog out to pee, and the dog went on the carpet. I told my sister to take her out and clean up the mess. But when she didn't in a few minutes, I went ahead and let the dog out to use the bathroom because she needed to, and also cleaned up the mess. When I got back home, I went off on my sister. Oh, from cleaning up. I went off on my sister. I told her she was lazy and could not even take care of a dog, so how would she ever take care of her own kids? Obviously, she took this harshly and has since locked herself in her room. Am I the asshole for telling my sister this? Oh, this is just some great sibling stuff, man. I love that. So good. So the 20-year-old is offended that the 16-year-old told her the 20-year-old would be a horrible mother, which let's face it, she kind of would be a horrible mother when she can't even let the dog out to the bathroom. I mean, shit, that's that sucks, man. Just take care of the animals. Love the animals. Come on. That's just fucking rude. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Not the asshole. All she had to do was let the dog out and probably feed him. Instead, she smoked weed and fell asleep. If someone can't take care of a dog for 12 hours, they certainly can't take care of a kid. So fucking true. Oh my god. I know with the cats alone, man, they would not go 12 hours without that shit, man. 3 hours and they're howling at me. You know? Not the asshole. You were nicer about it than I would have been. Hope you feel better soon. Not the asshole. Yeah, she would make a terrible mother. That was not a pretty mean thing to say. That was at all. Like, especially when it comes to a sibling. That's a pretty mild thing. Just yeah. Oh man. She wouldn't make a good mom, flat out. I mean, I'm assuming this is a conversation that has come up before of the sister, the 20-year-old saying she wants to be a mom at some point. That's pretty much the only reason why a comment like that would affect her to the point where she locks herself in the room. Let alone the fact that she's 20 and locking herself in her room and pouting about it. That also seemed kind of weird to me. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's... your sister sounds like a lazy pothead, but there was also no reason to bring children into the mix, especially if she's expecting or wanting to try for a child soon. Nah, we're done with you. No. Not the asshole child or so. She's 20, but clearly not acting like an adult. Flat out. And, yeah. Alright, I gotta go check on one thing, and I'll be right back to clear this up and enjoy this break. Oh hi, I'm back. Sorry, I was just talking to my son. Holy shit, we have more people here. Hello everyone. What did we think of the little video? I really liked it. I had fun putting that one together. It's just a whole break of red pandas. I mean, you can't go wrong. Have a good day, son. I love you. Oh, shit. All right. We had more people. Did everyone leave? All right. Hey, Vicky. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. There's like a 10-second delay between when I see your message and when you're actually going to see this. So you guys missed like 5 Am I the Asshole stories, did the book thing. It was all a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I just had a lovely conversation with my son. Oh, we had a new person apply to the thing. Cool. All right, red pandas are fucking awesome. I absolutely love them. Like when I was thinking of putting together a little break video, I was like going to do kind of like the end stream or the beginning stream one with all the fancy. He was like, no, you know what? Let's just do a whole lot of really cute animals just kind of hanging out. I was like, hell yeah, that's going to be good. Let's see here. I have too many things happening. Now it's like 10 a.m. so everyone else is like waking up and shit and sending me messages, and it's like, oh god, so much to do. I have a fantastic interview with Fen later on today, which is going to be a lot of fun. That one should be going up near the end of August before the start of season 2, which is going to be so much fun. I'm very much looking forward to season 2 because we're kind of really focusing the interviews down to specific things. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then so many other shows coming. Oh my god. I can't wait to get them all running. I really can't. And then we got so many more people publishing things. Actually, Vicky, we were just talking about you, my son and I, because I was showing him off my lovely Tumblr there, and I'm like, look, a lot of people are going to be getting these for Christmas this year because I love them. So yeah, no, we're going to be talking soon about your Tumblrs because I really want to kind of get everyone in my family one. So we're going to have to kind of figure out what design we're going to want to do for all that shit. Coda should do an interview with me. Coda, I know you're there. Maybe not right now, but I will clip this and tag you repeatedly. You should do an interview. It'll be fun. Yeah, let's see here. So I'm hoping to have a horror short or a horror series run by somebody coming to this channel. And then there's going to be a review show coming to this channel run by somebody else we all know. And then there's going to be another interview style show in the tabletop genre done by somebody we all know. Then this Saturday show with Justin, which should hopefully be coming up soon. He's kind of sorting through what he wants to do and how he wants to run that. So as soon as that's ready to go, we're going to get that one going. That'll be amazing. And then I think Sundays, because Sundays are my day off. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like, I forgot to block off this day when it came to scheduling. I shouldn't have even had the interview today. But Sundays are my day off, so I think Sundays are going to be kind of for like a streaming thing where I can just kind of just hang out for a bit in the morning, drink my coffee, hang out with you amazing people, read some Am I the Assholes, and talk about whatever. Coda is like 10,000 years old. Hey, Steven, welcome. Yeah, no, I just I don't need to know how old Coda is, because some mysteries are just worth knowing about, you know? Not knowing about. Knowing? I don't know. I got so ADHD moment of the day. Setting up the stream right before the stream goes. daughter wakes up and I see her. I'm like, hey, Mini-Me, what's up? And she's like, hey, I'm like, are you hungry? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, all right, what do you want? We got Eggos, we got toast, we got bagels, we got oatmeal. And she's like, oh, I would love some oatmeal. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that, and I'll bring it in. So start the kettle, get it all ready, set it there. And I was like, okay, I got like a minute and a half until the kettle's ready. I come over here, I'm like prepping everything, getting ready to go, and then I just start streaming. And I've been streaming. So when I took that break was specifically because I completely forgot to finish the oatmeal for my daughter and take it to her. I mean, she could have done it. If she was really hungry, she could have come out and did it. But, you know, I like to do that shit. Yeah, so that was you know, one of my ADHD moments of the day. Oh God, I was telling someone about this yesterday. The biggest ADHD moment I've had in a month happened a couple weeks ago, and it was a day where I completely forgot my pills. So I started filling up the sink for doing dishes because I don't have a dishwasher, and so I'm doing them all by hand. I started filling up the sink and all that. It takes the longest time. It's a big, deep sink. I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. So I was like, all right, I got some emails that came in. So I came over here and I started typing away and doing all that shit and replying to the emails, going, just drinking my coffee, having a good time. I was like, oh shit, I need to go put my laundry on. So I go head down to the basement and I hear this sound. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck is that sound? Like, it kind of sounded like electricity. I'm like, what the shit is going on? So I go downstairs and the basement is just completely flooded. There's like water absolutely everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell is going? Oh no, I left the sink in the kitchen running. Came upstairs, sure enough, turned it off. It had gone through the entire kitchen, down through the floor, all the way to the basement, all the way through. I had let it run for about 45 minutes. Yeah. It was bad. It was bad. Like, it took me probably about 3 hours to clean up the water enough where it would dry, and then clean up upstairs to the point where it would start drying. And then I had to take the, thankfully from my grandma, when she moved, I actually got this, was a dehumidifier, which is an amazing machine that I have to figure out how it works because it's fucking weird. Anyways, wheeled that over there and spent like 2 days running that machine pretty much non-stop to just suck out all the water from the walls and the floors and absolutely everything. Like, it was so bad. Oh God, I'm afraid to see how much damage is actually in there. It's so bad. But anyways, that was my massive ADHD moment of the month, and you know, it happens. You just gotta make sure to keep on the medication because it's important for the old brain. It was just like, Jesus. But dehumidifiers, that thing is so fucking weird. It like sucks out the moisture from the air and then it collects into a little bin in the back. And I don't understand how it works. I really don't. I haven't looked it up or anything. It's way too much effort. But it's weird because it'd be like running for a couple hours. I'd go back and it'd be like the tub itself is like that big and it'd be like that much water in it. After a couple of hours, it's like, hey, that's a lot of water that's just hanging out in the air. That's kind of fucking weird. But it's a weird ass machine. I don't get how it works, man. DJ's catching up. Yeah. Oh no. Those stories were absolutely wild, dude. Absolutely wild. Considering I just randomly grabbed them. I kind of went through this morning. I was like, that's a cool title. We actually had some good ones. It was a lot of good reading. Even I were just kind of here just reading through this shit. It was a lot of fun. So for the charity live stream in October, I'm developing a specific live stream element, like actually live, for me and a couple of actual players, TTRPG players, to play on stream for about an hour and a half. It's going to be a murder mystery style thing, but it's an entirely new gaming system that I'm developing with a very specific mechanic, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a lot of fucking stress, but it's something I'm very much looking forward to, because I love murder mysteries. Like, who's the murder? So basically, if anybody has ever played an Evening of Murder, it's a very similar structure to that, whereas everyone gets together, everyone has a character, and then at the start of it, it is randomly determined who the killer actually is, and it is on everyone else to figure out who the murderer is. And for the live stream element, no one is going to know. So everybody watching is going to have no idea who the murderer is. They're going to have to kind of figure out. There's going to be a donation mechanic there to help the players, that type of thing. And it should be a lot of fun. There's going to be some good gaming elements within it. I've got it divided up into a nice 3-act structure for an hour and a half. You're basically going to be watching a theater performance on a stream in game mode. That's going to be so much fun, and I'm very excited for it. Like right now, I'm kind of determining what genre I want to stick in for this. I'm kind of leaning more towards like either a completely modern setting or going like very noir with it, or something really campy. I don't know yet. I think it's going to be depending on which players I can get to come along for that one. I've got 2 locked down for sure, which has me very, very excited, because they are absolutely amazing players, and it's going to be so good, and very excited to host a game with them all. And so that's going to be part of the charity live stream, and the actual plan with that show is after that to make that one a weekly show that I run for, going forward, because I just change up the players every time, change up the genre and the story, just kind of have hour and a half little blocks of a whodunit every week. I think would be a lot of fun, and so that's kind of the plan for that one. Jesus, what else do I have to talk about? I don't know. Is there anything you guys want to know about anything? Because right now is the perfect time to ask me while I'm sitting here. I haven't done shit with my hair. My hair's been absolutely horrendous all day. Had a shower last night, and it's just been, doing that. Just go full. Yeah. I don't know. The pills are finally kicking in, so my brain is working. And oh God, what else? We got so many books. I really want to do something with all of the authors that have something released this year. I think, especially in the cafe and all that, I think putting together, like, first off, I got to find the time to finish updating the website, because there's so many different things that I want to add on there. Utilities and things to help kind of everyone there. A place for kind of artists to put up their portfolios, just to kind of have a small little subsection of that. Writers to have snippets and links to their books. Short films and all that for a lot of our filmmaking people. Just demo reels, whatever. I need to find the time to kind of design all that and get that all good to go. A crafter, creator, artist type show would be awesome. That would be absolutely amazing to have. I think that is something that has to be done right, because I'm not quite sure the best format for that. Like the thing with an artist's crafter show and all that is they work really good with like Instagram and TikTok and all that, with like the high speed. But as a longer form show, like I'm trying to find shows that can do a good half an hour to an hour and a half. And it's like, how Like, do you just do another interview thing? But it's like, but at that point we'll have like 3 interview shows. I don't know if that's something I really want to do. Do you just do a Bob Ross style thing, which is very possible? You could do a live Bob Ross style thing. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm definitely looking at and trying to find the right people to run that one, because I definitely want to encourage the artistic side of the cafe more. Not quite enough artists yet. I think that's kind of the problem. Is we have like 11 people in the actual artistic tag, but you know, most are not art specifically, so it's difficult. Yeah, a weekly Zoom for us to chat and work. Yeah, that would be very cool to have things like that. I think, you know, because we've got there's 2 different sides that we can work on, which is one side being the drip and creativity side, which is all the various shows and all that shit that I'm running and that other people are going to be creating, and then you have the other side of cafe related stuff that we can kind of do in-house that doesn't require you know, setting up shows and doing all that, where it's just like, hey, we should be doing this weekly, but it takes people wanting to do it and being able to do it consistently, not just a one-off type thing. I think is kind of the thing, because you want to create things that you can do without putting too much of your own effort and time into it. It's like I've been telling Eva and DJ there. It's like, hey, do as much as you can now, get it all lined out and ready to go, film all of it you can now, and then, you know, it saves you a lot of time down the road. And, you know, plan it out, do all that, and it saves you time. So things like that are going to be amazing to put together. I think that would be amazing if you've got something. As for the Fen book, Fen, are you still here? I don't know. But that one is coming along. It's more just kind of getting everyone ready to start submitting and all that, just due to it being a longer process than most things that I work on, because Fen is running this one. I'm kind of just the executive producer on this one, so this one's all Fen, and you know, but it's going to be awesome when it comes out. There's been quite a lot of interest in that, which I absolutely love. I think that one coming together is going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm very excited for that one. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, DJ and Eva, y'all need to figure out your guys' schedule, man. Save yourself some time. I'm telling you. It's way easier. Way easier. Yeah, I don't know. What do we got coming up this week? So Monday is actually the 50th episode of Drip and Creativity, which is amazing, and that's going to be awesome. That one is going to be. I'm actually going to be doing the NKN pod. Why can't I think of her name? Bailey. Totally slipping my brain right now. Anyways, the podcast where they talk about cryptids and all that shit. So that is my conversation with the 2 of them, which was absolutely amazing. That one got absolutely wild. Like, that was just a wild conversation through and through. It's probably one of the ones that I've talked the most in. The Fenthology. Oh, I like that. Yeah, and then we have the Inks and Lattes every Wednesday, maybe, and then from there, I can't remember who my Friday show is. Give me a second here, let me just pull it up. Nope, that's the wrong one. My poor Google Drive is just absolutely, like, the problem is, I'm really good at starting organization, and then it just kind of all goes out the window at a certain point. Because, you know, that's what I do. That is not the right one. There we go. That's the one I want. All right. Opening this son of a bitch up. We have... Right. We have... Stuart Knott, and we have Tessa as well. And then we have Sarah Mae Defoe, NKN Pod, Anna J. Worthy, Alex Meck. Oh man, there's just so many amazing people coming up. Matthew Nation. Oh god, okay, so many. And that's before the end of season 1. Like, yeah, no, and I think that pretty much covers us for all of August. And then there'll be like going right into season 2, which I have to start filming in August. So there's really not much of a break for me here. But yeah, so that is what's happening with the podcast. Oh, series finales on Inks and Lattes. That's actually going to be good. I know I have my 2 favorites when it came to series finales, and one that I really hated, and it made me so mad because I absolutely loved the series up until a certain point. Oh god, but the ending just pissed me off. Not pissed me off, disappointed me. You know, because I loved this series so much. It was heartbreaking. Oh yeah, that was Blacklist. Love the fucking show. Like, oh, that show is. I still go back and watch like season 1 to 6 repeatedly. But I just there's a certain point where there's a certain series turn, and it fell off for me. The story writing kind of changed. Yeah, and the ending was it was disappointing. It was not what I had wanted for an ending. Yeah, but my 2 Game of Thrones. No, you know what? I loved Game of Thrones. It was a fun watch. I didn't get invested into it as much as other people have, to the point where the final season pissed me off. It was just like, oh, all right, that's what they decided to do. Okay. But my 2 all-time favorite series endings was Blind Spot. That show was absolutely amazing. That ending was fucking perfect in so many ways. And it was just like I go back to watch the entire series again just to get to that ending. It was just so good. And it, like, the cast themselves are amazing, and how they kept elevating each season to a point where it was like, to look back from the start and where they are now, it's absolutely ridiculous and it doesn't make any sense, but it fits so well in the story. It was so good. and my second all-time favorite series ending was White Collar. They actually found a way to bring the show back there for the final season, given a nice short couple episodes. And the way they end capped that one literally had tears falling from my eyes. It was so well done. Like, that was a almost perfect final episode. To the point where there was like only 1 or 2 things that I personally would have added to it. Not changed, but added to it. Yeah, no, it was just, I love that series so much. That's one of my comfort series, where I go back and watch White Collar all the way through, just because it just, so good. And they're bringing it back, which is even more amazing. That made me so happy to see. Yes, Ven, you are on today. You are not a loser, but you are on today, and your episode probably won't be out until the end of August. Just because that is as how far behind I am with everyone. There's a lot of people in line to be released, which is funny. I've said this before, but like, when I started the series, the interviews, when I decided I was going to do it, I thought I would have a hard time filling space to do 1 episode a week. And I was very worried about being able to continue an interview series for a long term, just because it was like, I don't know if I'm going to find people who want to talk. And within the first month, I had so many scheduled and ready to go that I've been playing catch up, that I started doing 2 a week because it was the only way where I could catch up. Otherwise, people wouldn't be seeing their episodes coming out until December, and it's like it was just it was too much, man. So that's why the real reason why I'm starting season 2 is because I need a firm cut where I can start fresh so people can get to their episodes quicker. There's not this month-long delay between when you interview and then when it goes live. It's a lot easier. DJ, if you can find White Collar, I mean, I have my own copy of the entire series because, you know, I believe in physical copies and not relying on streaming. So if you can find it anywhere, watch it. You will absolutely love it. It's a nice, fun, twisting story about a criminal and a cop, and it's great. And Matt Bone is just, oh, he's dreamy. That is one sexy man, you know? Stream herself watching Star Wars. I mean, it is possible. Can't you know, stream Star Wars in itself, but you could stream your reaction to it. That type of thing is a lot better if there's a second person doing it with you, because just a one-on-one, you know, watching one person watch something, not quite as entertaining unless there's a lot of commentary happening. If there's a lot of commentary happening, she's not actually watching the movie as much. And especially with that, you kind of want them to be invested in the movie, which means not as much talking. Definitely a review after. I would say directly after, like no time to think about it, just initial impressions go. Yeah, I think that would be good. That would be good. See here. Hey, you know what? A lot of people haven't seen it, and that's, you know, Tom Holland hadn't seen them. You know, it's not a thing that as many people as you would think are into at all. Just because the niche fan base is so strong that it seems like it's absolutely everyone, but it's not. It's actually a very small subset that just happens to be very vocal about what they love. But yeah, no, there's, you know, I was forced into the Star Wars love because of my father. He was the biggest Star Wars fan you could have ever met. So that was kind of ingrained into me at a very young age. It's, yeah, I mean, like them or hate them, they're there. I don't expect everyone to watch every movie. That's kind of my thing. Ewoks are adorable. I don't give a shit what anyone says. They're adorable, murderous bastards, and we love them. All right, we are closing in on 11:40. I should start getting ready for my interview with Fen, and you know, cleaning the house and doing some shit. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I will be cutting this one up into kind of little sections for the Am I the Asshole stuff and the book stuff that I did at the beginning, just to have those videos up and on there. Thank you all so much for joining me. You are wonderful. I adore you all, and we'll see you again next Sunday. All right. Have a good one.